Now, are you thinking about moving to North Carolina in 2025? Well, before you do, I want you to hold on because in this video, I'm going to talk about 7 of the most high crime cities in the entire state of North Carolina. So be sure to stick around. I'm going to cover those using real data, crime data from crimegrade.org, from Neighborhood Scout. I'm going to talk about some real incidents that have happened in these cities that have made them some of the most undesirable places to live in North Carolina. Now, stay to the end because I'm going to offer some safer alternative cities to these 7. It might be a better option if you're looking to move to a nice, safe area of North Carolina or near it at least. And be sure to stick around because I'm going to show you those. And if you do not know me, I'm James Delanius, and I help people buy, sell, and invest in North Carolina and South Carolina and Charlotte, North Carolina in specific, which is right on the border of North and South Carolina. So if you need help on your real estate journey, go ahead and reach out via the phone number on the screen in front of you or via the other forms of contact info in the description below. I'd love to help you wherever you're at. Now, before I get into these cities, I want to go ahead and make a disclaimer, and that is that this video is based strictly on public crime stats and recent news. These are not my opinions or things I just think about these places, because I know that no place is wholly good, no place, how low crime a place is, there can always be something bad that happens off the blue or randomly. So this isn't to say that any of the nicer cities in North Carolina are never going to have problems, and this is not to say that any of the really bad areas in North Carolina don't have really nice areas where there might never be any crime at all. So just keep that in mind. This is just based on the data, based on a conglomeration of, some of the violent crime per capita, as well as different incidents that have happened. And through those, we've basically compiled a list of 7. And let's go ahead and talk about number 7 first. And that is actually Charlotte, North Carolina, which is what this channel is about, actually my channel. And this is a metro hub, really in the heart of North and South Carolina. It's right in the middle on the state line. And the violent crime rate here is about 7.9 per 1,000 people. And it is alarmingly concentrated in some specific areas, so do be aware of that. Now, I'd say some high-risk areas are west of the airport here in Charlotte. You have East Charlotte, which has some not great areas. You have Smallwood, Westerly Hills. Now, some safer parts of Charlotte would include South Park, Ballantyne, Steel Creek. Fort Mill is a really safe area. Waxhaw is. And there's lots of great parts of Charlotte, but there are a few areas that aren't super great, so make sure you're aware of these before you move. Now, let's go ahead and talk about number 6, which is Winston-Salem. So this city is in the western Piedmont Triad area between Greensboro and High Point, North Carolina. So for every 1,000 people, about 8.5 violent crimes happen in those 1,000 people. I would say Winston-Salem is historically industrial and it is redeveloping a lot. Still a lot of neighborhoods that deal with property crime, drug offenses, occasional shootings, a bit of gang violence in some spots. Some parts are strong and affordable for families, especially as you get in the outer parts of Winston-Salem, but there are some areas to be concerned about. Now that's number 6 on our list. I'm moving on to number 5, which is Lumberton. And this is actually in the southeastern North Carolina region, near the South Carolina border, near the Route 74 corridor. I actually drive through this area when we're going from Charlotte to the beach. And the violent crime here has skyrocketed a ton. It's actually at around 19 violent crimes per 1,000 people. And this is actually the highest in the state. And actually in December 2024, a fatal shooting in the Lumberton Walmart left a 42-year-old woman dead. One suspect surrendered and another remains at large. And this is according to people.com. So there are some unfortunate crimes in Lumberton, and that's why it's number 5 on our list. Now moving on to number 4 on our list of 7 most dangerous cities in North Carolina. That is Greensboro. Now Greensboro is a really nice area, actually. It has a lot of great suburbs. This is in the western Triad area between Winston-Salem and High Point, and the violent crime rate is roughly 10.3 per 1,000 people. I would say Greensboro is very mixed because you have a lot of really peaceful suburbs, like I mentioned, but some troubling homicide trends that do make a lot of headlines. I mean, the homicide rate in 2024 ranked among the state's highest, and many locals now choose suburbs in northern Guilford County instead. So just be aware of that if you're looking to move to that part of North Carolina. Now, friends, if you want to know where most people are actually moving instead of some of these places in North Carolina, keep watching because I'm going to reveal 2 suburbs and cities in the North Carolina area with low crime, strong schools, and family appeal. And I'm going to share those spots shortly, so stick around. Now, let's go to number 3 on our list first, and that is Fayetteville, North Carolina, southwest of Raleigh by a little bit. This is home to Fort Liberty, formerly Fort Bragg, and the violent crime rate here is about 10.8 per 1,000 residents. And I would say the proximity to a large military base does bring a lot of amenities, but also crime concentrated areas near base adjacent neighborhoods. Residential areas far out are notably safer, so be aware of that if you're looking to move to Fayetteville. And moving on, let's go to number 2 on our list of the most dangerous cities in North Carolina, and that is Durham, North Carolina. I'm gonna make some people sad and maybe mad at me by saying that one, but it is true that the violent crime rate in Durham is 11 to 12 per 1,000 residents, and Durham is actually right near Raleigh. It's west of it. That's the heart of the triangle, and while I would say Raleigh and areas like, the triangle area, the downtown areas do boast a lot of job growth, revitalization, and some neighborhoods are really nice, but some other parts like East Durham do wrestle with a lot of elevated violent crime, some gang activity actually, and a city of stark contrast, I would say, because lots of suburbs near the Triad and Raleigh are super nice, and they actually have some really family-friendly, safe areas with good schools, but then there are some areas that are really rough. Now, let's go ahead and move on to number 1 on our list, the most dangerous city in North Carolina due to many statistics, and that is Rocky Mount, North Carolina. Now, Rocky Mount is just east of Raleigh and west of Greenville, North Carolina on, I think, I-95 highway. And the violent crime rate is approximately 14 per 1,000 residents, which is quite high. And in early August 2025, the Rocky Mount police actually arrested a suspect for a fatal shooting, where one man was, you know what happens? Police called a senseless execution during a late night altercation. And this is according to WRAL, WITN.com. And, this was actually a thriving industrial hub at one point, Rocky Mount was, and now it's facing a lot of economic stagnation and rising crime, particularly around the downtown area, unfortunately, in a lot of neighborhoods near there. Home prices remain significantly lower than Raleigh and Durham because of this high crime, so it is good for that if you're looking for maybe an up-and-coming area to invest, but yeah, it's not super safe according to the most recent crime data. So friends, that is our 7 most dangerous cities in North Carolina. Now let's talk about 2 cities that people are choosing instead of these 7, and that is first, Fort Mill, South Carolina. Pause. What do you mean? Fort Mill, South Carolina? That's not in North Carolina, which is true, but it's really close. It's actually just south of Charlotte, North Carolina on the border. And this is one of the safest parts of the greater Charlotte region. And it also has some of the best schools in both North Carolina and South Carolina, which is why I wanted to mention it. Super great schools, highly rated, pretty much all 9s and 10s. There's a couple 8s in there across the board, and it's one of the best places. Now, let's talk about Holly Springs, North Carolina, which is another great suburb and a great city that people are moving to instead of these 7 more high crime dangerous ones, and that is Holly Springs. And this is actually under 1 per 1,000 violent crime, which is amazing. This is popular with families for safety, strong school districts, and a slower pace of living compared to a lot of the busy parts of the city. Now, before I move on to wrap this up and reveal something you want to know, I want to talk about 3 states that some people are moving to instead of North Carolina, and I'm surprised by these actually, at least 2 of them. One is Tennessee, actually. People like Tennessee because there's no state income tax, a lot of affordable suburbs and mountain towns with charm and low crime. A lot of people are actually moving to Georgia too, which is not surprising. It's pretty close to North Carolina. It's further south, a little warmer, but you do have a lot of great areas. You have, Augusta Golf Club, which is awesome in and of itself. You have the Masters there. Now, suburban Atlanta is here too, which has some dangerous parts, but a lot of people are moving to Georgia instead. And lastly, of course, people are moving to South Carolina instead of North Carolina, like Fort Mill and York and even parts of Columbia and different parts close to the coast, like Charleston and Summerville. Bluffton is a really popular place. Greenville, South Carolina, and Spartanburg are really popular areas too. These are a bit safer and more affordable than a lot of North Carolina cities, so great alternatives. Now, friends, there you have it. Those are the 7 most dangerous cities in North Carolina in 2025, and a lot of these places aren't as bad as they may sound. There are some really great areas around these more dangerous spots of these cities, but if you'd like help figuring out where to live safely or exploring nearby communities or areas, or just get an idea of how to buy or sell or invest in, the greater Carolinas, go ahead and reach out via the phone number on the screen. I'm here to help wherever you're at on your real estate journey. And if you could go ahead and also like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content about the Carolinas, about living in Charlotte, and really anything about real estate, honestly, whether it's local or national. Here to help you however I can. But other than that, friends, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and comment below whatever your thoughts are. And if you think I'm wrong, or if you you have a certain area that you would replace one of these on the top 7 with, or maybe one of the safer areas. Go ahead and put that in the comments. It's always helpful for people to see different perspectives. And otherwise, friends, I hope you have a blessed day. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.